Hello again, this is Jamie from Take the Lead Dog Training. I'm just showing here a whistle recall using four dogs, four Labradors, and there is also a red setter involved in here, but the red setter's not whistle trained. There's two young pups and two adult dogs who have both been trained to recall to a whistle cue. What I've done here is I've deliberately showed the clip three times. The first time here, there they go, look. The first time here is shown in slow motion. It's then shown in real time and shown again in slow motion. And you'll see the lady who it just showed there in the blue, that's the owner of one of the yellow Labradors. The other three are all owned by my family and I. But the reason for the showing of this clip is to show a recall, a real life recall of four dogs, how it can be achieved to condition four dogs to recall at once from a distraction. In this case, the dogs are in a moorland pool where they've been swimming. So I'll show it you now in real time. Okay, then as you can see, each dog comes directly in, past my wife, who's one of the people there with the camera in her hand, and also the actual owner of the Labrador that you can see there to the left of the screen, the young pup to the left of the screen. It's her owner who is holding the camera in the blue jacket just there. But because of the power of the condition in the whistle, they're straight past the owner and on to the actual source of the sound. So as I say, it's just a short clip just to be able to demonstrate quite how easy it is, simple it is to be able to control so many dogs in a outdoor real life environment. There's also sheep and ponies all over the moorland here, but just for demonstrative purposes only, to be able to show how it can be achieved.
Okay, this next clip is what I'm going to call total recall. This really is a true test of the strength of the conditioning that you put in for being able to recall a dog, in this case with a whistle. I'm using three dogs, again, two black labs and one yellow, the yellow being only 6.5 months old. What you can see here is my wife, who arrived at this location along with my daughter before I did, and she walked off into the moorland and the gorseland there along with my dogs. It was then up to me to turn up and to recall them.
Hello, it's Jamie again from Take the Lead Dog Training, with a follow-on clip in the sequence concerning the recall and the training and proofing of the recall. In this clip I have three Labradors out in gorseland, and they're at considerable distance, probably a good 300-400 metres away from me, and they're off in gorseland being led away with my wife and my daughter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a whistle recall cue. I'll first of all show the area, or film outside the area where the dogs are, and put in a recall cue. So this is totally and utterly unsighted. So the dogs have no idea that I'm here because I've come up behind my wife. She's let the dogs out and given them a run, and then I followed up behind in order to record what happens in response to the recall. So this is a real test because, as I say, there's three dogs. One of them is 6.5 months old, and this is recall conditioning to the max. I don't have any aids on me. My hands are empty. I do have, one of the dogs is wearing a remote spray collar, and another dog is wearing an e-collar, both of which are turned off. But just to prove the point, I'll place the remotes for both on the floor just before I put in the whistle recall cue, just to show that the dogs are coming of their own accord and not because I'm pushing a button and remotely bringing the dogs back. But I'm going to film it now. I'll take the camera outside now and I'll film it, and let's see how we get on.
Okay, during the next clip that follows, you're going to hear multiple whistle blasts. You'll hear about 6 whistle blasts on the whistle. This isn't because the dogs failed to respond to a single whistle cue. It's because I genuinely had no idea where the dogs were, and I wanted to ensure that they'd heard the cue that I was putting out.
Okay, so there's the remote. It's the remote for the e-collar that one dog is wearing, and the remote for the spray commander that the other dog is wearing. Down in the distance there, I'm going to try and steady the camera up a little bit. Down in the distance there, to the gorse over this way, is where they disappeared about 5 minutes ago. And you can see this guy just come out with working with sheep in a Land Rover down there. So I'm going to put the whistle in now and get the response from the dogs. here comes the youngest. Here's the yellow lab. And as you can see, Drake's coming in now to the right hand side as well. Bonnie behind. These are the three that are whistle trained. Good. Good. The reason for the repetition of the cue was the distance, and I'm not sure quite how far it was going to travel because I know it was a very, very long way. I'm just going to mark the dogs, not with a terminatory, but just a tertiary reward. Good lad. Good lad. Good girl, Tilly. Good girl, Bonnie. Good. And here's the marker. Yes. Good, 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 good. There we go. And you, Drake? And we've got some cheese for you, haven't we, big boy? Good boy.
Thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you found the clips beneficial. Please remember to contact us at www.taketheleadtraining.co.uk.